Welcome everybody at After Hours with Laura. I'm your host Laura Boré, and today we're going to talk about a very interesting topic. We're talking about stereotypes in France. What people's prejudices are, how did they cope with it, and what's the difference with their home country. So we actually have a reporter right now at Montpellier Business School. We chose this location because actually the school is a host for a lot of cultures from all over the world. Actually, our host Chloe did an international experience in France. So I'm going to connect with her right now. Chloe, do you hear me?
Hi Laura, yes, I hear you.
Okay, I have connection with her. Chloe, tell me, did you have any prejudice before going to France?
Yes, it's totally true. I have lived in France, and first when I came here I had a typical idea of French women who are already dressed up all the time and who have very nice clothing and designer bags. But when I came here in Montpellier, it's totally not the case. It's a city full of students, and that is what makes it very interesting and very cozy as well. Like, all the students like to go out and dine together, and I found out that is something typical about the French culture. It's their social life in wining, dining, sitting on a terrace, also in the winter. It's something that in Belgium you cannot do. So that is what I especially liked in France. But enough about me. Now I will talk about a student who has recently moved here. So let's see if I can find a student who is willing to explain me about her experience. Hi, do you have a minute?
Hi, yeah, of course.
What's your name? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Tina. I come from Belgium, and I came here in September for studying.
And what was your initial thought about the French? What did you like or dislike? Or
Before I came here, I really thought that French people were resistant to talk English. But here I experienced that it's not always the case. The younger people are really trying to learn English, and I really like that.
So are there things that you particularly like that you maybe also didn't expect, or what is different from your home country?
I really like the cheese culture. The cheese culture here.
She's the same as you.
Yeah, of course. Like they like dining and eating cheese a lot. I tasted a lot of new different types of cheese, and I really liked it.
So did you already try the raw cheese? Because in a lot of countries this is not accepted.
Yeah, of course. It was really a nice cheese. It was very tasty.
So you're totally integrated now.
Of course.
Back to you, Laura.
Okay, so welcome back to the studio. I really wanted to thank Chloe for her excellent interview with student Tina. It gave some really great insight. So right now we're back, and I actually have two guests with me. On my right I have Robert, which he comes from the Netherlands, and on my left I have Magda from Poland. So we're going to talk a little bit more about French stereotypes and about prejudice that people have. So I'm going to start with you, Robert. Did you have any prejudice before coming here to France and living here?
Yeah. Before I came here, I thought that actually all the French are kind of smelly and don't shower a lot. Well, that was the big prejudice I had before I came here. Yeah.
Okay, and do you think that has been confirmed?
That's definitely, in my opinion, confirmed. Yeah.
Okay, well, yes. And you, Magda, what about you? Do you also had a prejudice that has been confirmed? Doesn't it been confirmed?
Yes, I had the feeling that French are maybe a bit reserved, and they are not that open to make friendship, and they're not that also open to foreigners. Mm-hmm. And it partly confirmed, like my experience here, it confirmed it. Yeah, but I have a lot of good experiences with French people as well.
Okay, nice. So, well, I'm also going to talk for myself. I actually also lived in France, and before coming to France, I had the prejudice that a lot of people smoke over there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But then when I came there, when I lived there, it was like, okay, that's true.
It's true,
it's
yeah.
more people than I actually imagined. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Everyone smokes over there.
Literally everyone.
Yeah, everyone. So another question I want to tackle is, what are the things that you really liked about living in France? And is there a big difference with the way they do it in the Netherlands or in Poland?
Yes, for me, the biggest difference I think is the French society. I think it's so inclusive here and it's so diverse. So in Poland, we don't have that many foreigners or people who have different backgrounds. So for me, it's really amazing. I love it here that it's so welcoming and so
Yeah.
open.
It's
and
really nice indeed.
people are really free to do whatever they want here. Yeah, and this mix of culture is amazing for me.
Nice. What about you?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, if you at least speak a little bit of French and you go to a cafe, you can easily sit on a table of other people you don't know, and after only one night you can be, well, I would not say best friends forever, but you can really make friends here really easy.
Nice. What I actually really like is the wining and dining culture here in France, because I lived in Montpellier, and like Chloe, she was also at Montpellier Business School. There's just a lot, it seems like hundreds of tiny restaurants over there, and every night they're filled up. And it's just the French people, they love to go out and eat, and that's a difference with Belgium. We also have a lot of restaurants over there, but it's just not the same as here in France.
Yeah, I think they know how to enjoy lives, right? Like,
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so thank you to Robert and to and to Magda in our studio.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, so right now we have also conducted an interview with a French language teacher at Montpellier Business School, and we're actually going to see what her opinion is about how she experienced being a French person in France.
So here I have with me someone who has been living in France for a very long time, who's a real expert about France. So can you maybe introduce yourself real quickly?
Hi, I am Virginie, I'm a French teacher, and I was born here actually.
And what do you think, maybe from your perspective, is typically French? Not maybe the stereotypes, but what do you see as typically French in the way you do things, or...
Obsessed with food.
That's also what we thought. We found it very nice that you are a little obsessed with food and wine. Maybe something else that comes to mind, something we maybe didn't see yet, or that is really typical French.
We're quite obsessed with holidays as well. Yeah, work, holidays, vacations. We plan months and weeks before. We book tickets weeks before, and yeah, we keep complaining all the time as well. Do you complain?
Yeah, I'm from Belgium, so we also complain a lot. So that's maybe also typical for us. But
Do you have strikes?
yes, but we saw something about the strikes, and here it's a little more severe. Like that's sometimes even okay to break things down, and but like in Belgium, for us, especially the railway stations, that just, especially when we have exams, then they just say, okay, then we're on strike. I think we have everything that we need. So back to you, back to the studio, Laura.
Okay, so welcome back to the studio. Right now, on a more serious note, we're going to talk about some discrimination that someone may have felt during their stay in France. So still here in the studio, we have Robert from the Netherlands. So I've heard that you actually come across some sort of discrimination. Tell me about it.
Yeah, the thing is, when I came here to find my apartment, I scoured the internet, of course, but well, from a distance it's kind of difficult. So I came here, and I actually found out that for a foreigner it's pretty difficult, or they make it pretty difficult to, to find an affordable apartment. And it's even so that for several apartments I saw, the price for French people would be cheaper than the price for foreigners. Yeah.
So that's some real discrimination indeed.
To foreign people, yes, it is. Yeah.
And how did it end up? Did you end up finding a good apartment, or?
Well, in the end, I had to, increase my budget in order to find a reasonable apartment. So,
Okay.
yeah.
But I'm really glad in the end it all turned out.
It
for
all
you.
turned out okay, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you everybody. Thank you Magda, thank you Robert for coming to the studio. I want to conclude today's show by actually giving you some insight into Montpellier, because this weekend there's going to be the Light Festival. And like I said, I lived in Montpellier, and I must say it really was the best moment of staying there for me. We have different light expositions all over town, and it's just really worth going there, enjoying it, having yourself all bundled up and just going with a group of friends. So that's all the time we have right now. I want to thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you next week. Bye.